Good morning, Cedarville University family. It is great to have you joining us this morning for our 2024 Homecoming Parade. My name is Jeff Bestie. This is my 37th year to be on staff here at Cedarville, so I've seen a lot of these homecoming parades. I am currently working in the advancement division. I'm one of our directors of development. I'm a 1986 grad, and it's so great to be here. And here, standing next to me, is my good friend, colleague, and co-host, Kimmy Park.
Oh, thanks, Jeff. Like you said, my name's Kimmy Park. I'm a 2020 grad. I also work in the advancement office as the Assistant Director of Development and Women of Impact. It is just a beautiful day for a homecoming parade.
Oh, it sure is. I tell you, I don't know if you remember last year, if you were here or if you were watching, it was kind of overcast and cold. But boy, today is just a beautiful, perfect day. Now, we do realize, though, we're in Ohio, we're in Cedarville, so it could change. But right now, it is just a perfect day for a homecoming parade.
Yes. Well, and today is a perfect day. Yesterday was a beautiful day. So many activities happening yesterday. We started out the day with the State of the University address with Dr. White, and some amazing things were shared.
Oh, yeah. Especially, so he announced, it's always exciting to hear the State of the University address, but Dr. White announced yesterday a transformational gift that was made. We didn't even know about it.
We did not know. I was sitting there and I was like, what?
But someone has anonymously given a gift of $15 million to help really end our 1,000 Days campaign. And so, I mean, I think that blew everybody away when he announced it.
Yeah, and it's a great start for the new academic center that will be going up. I know we were like, how are we going to provide for this building? How are we going to finish this campaign well? And the Lord just provided, answered so many prayers. So we're just so excited, and we're so close to the finish line. Dr. White also mentioned a paver project that's going to be going in on the back of the new academic center. Jeff, explain that a little more.
Yeah, so we don't know a lot of the details about that yet. In fact, Dr. White even said when he announced it, he said, this is news to the advancement team. So we're probably going to have a couple of weeks to really nail down what those details are going to look like. But basically, there's going to be pavers that people can give. I don't know if it's going to be maybe $250 a paver or whatever. We're working out those details. But since the School of Education and what other psychology,
social work,
social
history
work,
and government, English literature, modern languages, education.
Yeah, so
like
all those different schools are going to be represented in the new building, and so we'll have an opportunity to make a gift, and maybe it'll be $250 for a paver. But then the whole idea that Dr. White has is we can honor a teacher, an educator, and so I've already been thinking through, who do I want to honor with a paver? And I definitely have a high school teacher that I want to honor. One professor that I would love to honor is Dr. Murdoch. I was just telling Kimmy this morning, he was the one that really taught me how to study at college. Unfortunately, I didn't have him until the beginning of my junior year, but he had such an impact in my life. So I'm excited about the chances that all of our alumni and Cedarville friends will have to honor educators and be a part of that project as well.
For sure. And yeah, he announced some other things yesterday. He talked about another year of record enrollment, which is incredible. Even just getting to see this campus a little more full, more conversations happening in the lower SSC. My husband is over Renova coffee, and so I'm always seeing students have an extra coffee. And
Kimmy, look, you can see the parade has started. I don't know if you all that are watching remember, the parade used to just kind of go through town and that was it. But now the parade actually goes through campus. So it started over at Tyler, and you can see the flag leading the way. So it will be just a few minutes, I think, before it actually gets to us over here at Dorm Row.
Yeah.
We're located right in front of Lawler Hall, so you'll have a chance to see the parade as it comes along.
Yes, and I see we've got Facebook comments right in front of us, so if you're tuning in, tell us where you're tuning in from. I told my dad this morning, hey, we're going to be live stream hosts, so tune in. So Dad, if you're watching, comment below.
Yeah, let us know where you're watching from. It'd be fun to see who's tuning in to us today.
Oh, yeah.
So Kimmy was just talking about the announcements that Dr. White made yesterday in chapel, and I want you all to know you can tune in to yesterday's chapel through our live stream. If you want to look at the live stream on Facebook or YouTube, you'd have an opportunity to see everything that was shared yesterday. But we have a homecoming chapel today at 10 o'clock, and that's going to be live streamed as well. So I'm sure Dr. White is going to be sharing some of those same exciting things that he shared with us yesterday.
Absolutely. And speaking of yesterday as well, the cardboard canoe race was just as amazing as it always is. I was so impressed because by boat 14, only 3 of the engineering boats had sunk. And I just feel like that gets better and better every year. And I'm trying to think, Dr. Chasnov also said that there's now 20% of the new engineering students are female students, which I just keep hearing that number increasing. So there's quite a few boats that were just female engineers.
Yeah,
I just think that's
great.
amazing.
I think, so this is 2024, so I know the first engineering class graduated in 94, so they're part
Wow.
of the 30th
Yeah.
reunion. So we've had our engineering program here for quite a while. That's pretty cool to see. And in fact, I know that the cardboard canoe race was live streamed as well. So if you go to the live stream page, you'd have a chance to see that, the chapel.
Jeff, tell me, what float are you most looking forward to today?
Well, I have to tell you, so I'm the advisor of Theta Rho Epsilon, OPI, and I've been the advisor of that group for over 30 years, and so I always enjoy seeing what they do. Some years it's pretty spectacular. Some years it looks like they probably threw it together the night before. But I always look forward to it. Now,
That's
they
amazing.
actually told me they have a surprise for me. So when they come by, I'm not sure what to expect, but we'll see. What about you, Kimmy? What are you looking forward to?
You know, I was driving in here this morning and I passed by the Health Science Center and I saw the nursing float for the student nursing org. And I mean, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but I just think it's always funny to see that float go by and they're just saving lives on a float.
Oh, yeah.
I just think it's amazing.
Well, and our nursing program is, I believe I heard that that's the largest program this year.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, traditionally it's always been a lot of students are nurses.
Yeah.
And so that'll be fun to see them when they come by.
I think I heard nursing, engineering, and then computer science / cybersecurity is coming up in a close third
I'm sure
now.
it is.
Well, looks like we've got quite a few people tuning in. I'm just going to skim through real quick. Looks like we have Sherry Hampton Chesser tuning in from Toledo, Ohio. Looks like we have Katie Braden coming in from Northwest Wisconsin. Wow, you guys are tuning in
Yeah,
from
thanks
all
for
over
watching.
the U.S.
Won't be long, and it's getting close. I think I saw the flag was right in front of Maddox. So it's going to be coming around the corner here in just a couple of minutes.
Another thing coming around the corner is the sunshine. I'm going to start glowing. My blonde hair is just going to ignite.
Oh, but it is beautiful to see the sunshine.
I won't complain.
Yeah,
I won't
right,
complain.
right. Boy, there's a lot of people here. I wish you all could see just the people that are lining the road between the dorms. It's always so much fun to see all these alumni that are back. Kimmy, do you know, did you see a number for how many alumni are coming back this year?
That's a good question. I know we have just about 2,000 people who are registered to attend homecoming, and that makes
that would
up
be
alumni, parents, alumni
families,
parents,
right,
families.
right.
So, I mean, all I can say is there's a lot of people behind us.
Yeah.
There's
And
a
they
lot
just
of
keep
people.
coming,
Yeah.
too. But it's so fun to see.
Yeah, right before this, Jeff and I had different friends coming up to us that graduated with us, and it's always so sweet getting to see familiar faces back on campus. And I feel like the first thing I always hear is, wow, campus looks different. And then I have to explain, okay, this is new, that's new, this just got a little facelift, but the thing that's still the same is the people.
Hey, viewers, while you're watching, let us know if you're a parent, if you're an alum, if you're a student. Just kind of give us an idea so we can see who actually is out there enjoying the parade this morning.
Oh, looks like we're turning left on University
Here
Boulevard.
comes the flag right around the corner, so we should be able to see it right here behind us very soon.
Very momentarily.
Kimmy, do you know who's carrying the flag? Oh,
That's
you know
a
what?
great question.
I think
We
it might
do
be the
have that
baseball.
information.
I think it is the baseball team. Yeah, the men's baseball team is carrying that.
Yeah, the men's baseball team is led by head coach Matt Richter, and this is his second year as the head coach. Is that right, Jeff?
It's his second or third.
Okay.
So I can see them coming. So they will be here very soon.
Oh yeah, man. I try not to spoil it for you, but wow, that's a
Yeah,
huge
I know
flag.
it is. Yeah, pretty incredible.
Oh yes, Jeff. I'm pretty sure fall ball is coming up.
Oh
soon,
yeah,
isn't it?
actually, I know that they have a game next Saturday. A good friend of mine, one of my RAs back when I was on RD on the Hill, his son is a pitcher, and so he's coming down. He said they're going to have a game next Saturday, so I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Wow.
So yeah, they started practice probably right after the school year began.
Yeah, I knew a couple of freshmen who were trying to figure out the life balance of being a student athlete.
Oh yeah, and I tell you, it's like a full-time job when
Yeah.
you're a student athlete here.
It really is.
But they have such great opportunities to be a gospel witness as they play the other teams. So we're grateful for the teams that we have.
Looks like we're finally rounding that corner. Jeff, who do we have leading us off today?
Well, I believe leading the parade are our SGA president and vice president. That's Felipe. Maida Kaneye is the president, and Jill Alexander is vice president of SGA. Yes, and there they are right there, leading the banner. And then behind them is the men's baseball team.
Yeah, and last May there was quite a few records set by the team. There was a graduating senior named Lucas Rotello who became an all-time hits leader with 244 career hits. I'm not a baseball player, but I know that's a big number.
And then also right after the flag is our Army ROTC, and they are representing the flags as well as the color guard. So we're grateful for our ROTC program. We have Army and Air Force here on campus. So many of our students, and it's exciting to have them. Oh, and looks like there's a lot more of our ROTC students there.
Wow, yeah. I mean, ROTC does a great job teaching cadets perseverance, confidence, discipline. They're really preparing well to lead the future of our nation's military. So
Grateful
for what they're
grateful
doing.
for them.
Mhm.
Yes.
Looks like right behind them we have the Cedarville Township Volunteer Fire Department. The CTV-FD covers around 55 square miles within the village of Cedarville, and the jurisdiction's over 10,000 residents, so I know we're super appreciative of what they do for our community. I feel like I do hear their sirens every once in a while.
Yeah, we do. But so thankful for them. And then, everybody knows one big thing that they do that really adds a lot to our community is the pancake breakfast that they do every Labor Day as a part of the Labor Day celebration. So I know literally hundreds of people show up for that. But we are so grateful for the ways that they serve our community.
Yeah.
Oh, and then look who is coming after him. That's quite a rig there.
I know.
Look who we have, Kimmy.
Oh, it's Dr. White and his son Samuel tossing out candy. He told us yesterday that he's pretty sure he has enough candy for every single person in this parade.
I don't think we're probably going to end up with a piece of that.
Yeah, but Dr. White has just done an incredible job faithfully serving this university for the past 11 years. He truly is a humble leader who's really shaped this campus in a lot of ways. He has so much wisdom. It's great to hear him in chapel.
Right.
Oh, look who it is!
Yes, right behind Dr. White is my president, Dr. Paul Dixon, and his wife Pat. So grateful for them. His 25 years as president, and then since then, boy, he has almost another 25 years as chancellor. serving as chancellor under Dr. White, also Dr. Brown. He had the opportunity to serve there too.
Right there we have Mayor of Cedarville, John Cody Jr. He's a 2007 grad. It's great to have an alum serving the town of Cedarville.
Yes, and he understands Cedarville as a university, but he's a firm commitment to the community of Cedarville as well. Next we have our 50th class reunion from the class of 1974. And I was talking to some of them yesterday. They've had a whole weekend of celebration and they're really enjoying the time. Some of them have not been back on campus in decades, literally. So it looks a lot different than it did back in 1974.
Yeah, they were under Dr. Jeremiah,
Yeah,
right?
Dr. Jeremiah would have been their president.
That's amazing.
It's great to see them.
I am spotting a Dr. Sims there.
Yeah, there's Dr. Sims.
He taught my PAC class. Oh, he's done such a great job. I know that Dr. Dan Estes is also a part of the class of 1974, so it's great to see them. Ooh, what do we have here? All of you car lovers, that was just a Corvette Troy.
Okay, next we're starting some of our different residence halls. First up we have the Hill and Maddox Hall. Maddox is overseen by McKenna Ramsey, RRD, and the Hill is Logan Reber.
Jeff, can you tell what they are? Looks like some elderly individuals, maybe?
I can't really tell, but it looks like they're
some
having
gray
a good
hairs.
time.
Maybe they're like alumni from the 1920s or something.
Oh, I see it. Yes, it does look like a nursing home. I'm not sure exactly what their theme is.
That's incredible. Well, big shout out to McKenna. We were Printy friends across the hall, and it's always good to see another 2020 grad on campus.
Next, we're starting some of our Alumni Awards. We had 4 of them, and this is Brigadier General Todd Fogel. Todd is a 92 grad, and he has served in the military ever since he graduated. Todd was a friend of mine, and I've kept in touch with him, and he has just had such a faithful service to our country and to the Lord in the opportunities that God has given him.
And Jeff, who do we have there?
Next is our Young Alumnus of the Year. That's Parker Adams. Parker graduated in 2014, and he has had a significant career already as a film editor. In fact, you might have seen a couple of his movies that he edited were out in theaters this year. One was Unsung Hero, which was just in theaters this summer, and then back in the winter, Ordinary Angels. And he was the lead editor in both of those.
Next up we have Connie Jenkins. She is our honorary alumna of the year. Connie has been chosen this due to her unwavering dedication to the university. She serves as a trustee and just is such an incredible inspiration. I don't know if you heard her in chapel this past week, but if you haven't, go back and listen to it.
Okay, next we have Jim and Teresa Clark. So Teresa is one of our Alumni Award winners for distinguished service, and Jim actually was inducted into the Hall of Fame last night with the Nedra Callan Meritorious Service Award. And they are such a dynamic couple. They both retired, but we're so grateful for what they did for our school.
Looks like we have the women's softball team coached by Kelsey Chapman, one of my sister's best friends. Kelsey was an amazing player herself back in the day, setting 8 records, I believe, and she's just really excited about this new team coming up. Ooh, Natalie Skilling. So Natalie was also inducted to the Athletic Hall of Fame last night. I know
she was a former softball player, so kind of fitting that she follows the softball team.
Absolutely. She was an incredible pitcher. She's the all-time leader in career wins, shutouts, innings pitched, strikeouts.
Next is Stephen Ellis, who was also awarded last night in the Hall of Fame. Stephen was a soccer player, and he had an opportunity to share with us last night what an impact he had on his players, but then also what an impact they had on him.
Looks like we have some dunking and some donuts from Brock Hall and Parker Hall.
Oh my.
Oh, they're just so creative.
Oh yeah, look at the Dunkin' and the donuts.
That's so funny.
Guys certainly know how to have fun no matter what they're doing.
They're led by TJ Schaumburger, who's been the RD of both those calls, and These men are just so funny. I heard. Do you know anything about Brocktoberfest? Anyway, that's coming up.
Yeah, I haven't even heard about that. But next we have the men's and women's track and field teams. They are led by Coach Jeff Bolander, assisted by Paul Orchard, both of who've been here for quite a while, and then also Max Kittle is helping them.
Yeah, last year's teams were both incredible. They earned indoor men's track and field NCAA All-American status in distance running. I mean, just an incredible team. Looking forward to great things.
They're even ranked number 14, the women's cross-country team right now. So they're having a great season. Hey, next we have the educators, the School of Education and Department of Social Work. So they are future educators and social workers.
Yeah, and you'll see some younger children. No, students aren't getting that young. But they're part of our Symbiotica org, which is basically a classroom on campus hosted by our students for co-op in the area. So getting really good hands-on experience.
Yeah, in fact, Dr. Jones, who is the Dean for the School of Education, was sharing with our development staff just recently some of the amazing things that our education students are doing. Not only are they involved in this Symbiotica school that they have, but also they are influencing schools all over the Cedarville community. Xenia, Springfield, other areas. So it's just a great presence for our students to go into the schools and be able to be a light and influence our next generation in such an amazing way.
Looks like next up we have the grad school at CU. This grad school equips highly skilled Christian professionals in healthcare, business, ministry fields to really encourage career success and gospel impact.
It's really exciting to see what God is doing in our graduate program. You know, when I was a student, we didn't even have graduate programs, and now, how many hundreds of graduate students do we have?
Gosh, nearly 600 grad students.
That's amazing. And so it's just incredible to see how God continues to bless the programs here, but how he continues to use them to really have a gospel impact in our community and in the world.
Yeah, and speaking of which, the PA program, the first cohort started last year, so a lot of these students are second-year students. Oh, look at her; she's also saving a life on that table right now.
So I actually saw in the local newspaper, our students are now out doing their clinical. I think for how many months do they have to do that? But you know, the city of Springfield even recognized. They're so grateful for our graduate students that are out doing that. We also have our MDiv org, so that's another graduate program that we have that continues to grow.
Oh yeah, I'm a little biased towards the MDiv program because my husband Weston was a grad from that.
We also see there are some beautiful Corvettes that are just kind of peppered throughout. I know back when I was in charge of the parade, we would have sometimes 20 Corvettes show up, and we only needed maybe 10 or 11. So, you know, they're such beautiful cars. We like to put them in.
Yeah. Oh, looks like we have canines at the
Oh,
field.
yeah.
Let me tell you, these dogs are always walking on campus, and you can have the longest day as a student, but then you see one of these dogs, they come up, they give you a little licking, a little pet, and it just brightens people's days.
It really is a blessing to have these dogs on campus. Just training them to go out and be a blessing to other people that they're going to be with. Now, we were mentioning that there were cars in the parade, and that's an ideal segue into this. We have Willits, who is led by their RD, Lindy Carr.
Oh,
so we have another car.
Wow.
Oh, it looks like they have a car
Oh, it's a car wash. That's so funny. That took me a second to really get, but that's so funny. Wow, that's creative.
Maybe they can come over and wash my car afterwards.
Maybe we can just line up and go through.
Oh, look at that shot, Kimmy. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, wow.
Just seeing the parade coming down the street.
Yeah,
all
you
the
can
people
really
watching.
see. I mean, it's a beautiful day. We said it once before. We'll keep saying it.
Yeah, it really is. Oh, I see somebody wax on and wax off. Oh, look at the kids enjoying. Yeah, look, they brought their bags to get all the candy.
Some of those bags look pretty full to me.
It is always fun to come to a parade in Cedarville because so many floats handing out candy on those.
Look who's coming up. I told you
this
guys
is the one
this
you
is
told
the
us
one I
about.
was looking
Yeah.
forward to. Oh, this is the Student Nurses Association, also called SNA. They promote spiritual and professional development for our nursing students, but it looks like they also just have a lot of fun. I mean, those gigantic syringes. I wonder if they'll be able to see. Oh, yep, somebody looks pretty close to not making it, but
Yeah,
I'm sure they'll.
well,
I'm sure they'll come through.
Yes, I'm sure. You know, it's really neat to see how our nurses really have such a huge impact in the community all around. Like even up in Columbus, I know people that have been in the hospital, and a nurse has come in and has said, "I'm a Cedarville grad." So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Next, we have the men's golf team. Men's golf is led by head coach Ryan Bowen. There are currently 7 guys on the roster. And I know they are in the middle of their season right now. In fact, I think they probably have a tournament coming up very soon.
Next up, we have some reunion wagons. This first one looks like the 40th reunion. Jeff, help me do the math. 40 years ago was what year?
Oh, 40 years ago would have been 84.
Oh.
Yeah, they were all students when I was. They
Recognize
were,
anybody?
Yes, I do actually. They would have been upperclassmen when I came in as a freshman.
That's incredible. Looked like on the other side we had some 10-year and 20-year reunions as well.
Oh, okay, we didn't see them. And then next is our 25th year reunion. You know, the 25th year is always a big reunion. One exciting thing about the 25th is a lot of times, many of the 25th actually have current students that are here. So for them, they're coming to see their classmates, but they're also coming to hang out with their kids too.
Next up, we have the ladies cheer team, headed by Coach Haley Holmes. Haley's in her 2nd season with the team, and she's just really excited to see this team on the sidelines for basketball games and other events throughout the year. I feel like they really do a lot to get the spirit going.
They do. It's always fun to see the cheerleaders.
Wow.
Oh, and right behind them is Stinger, our mascot. Many of you know he never used to have a name. And there's our boss, Will Smallwood. Dr. Smallwood, the Vice President for Advancement, and driving is Chris Cross, the Vice President for Athletics. So we are so grateful for both of those men.
He's just throwing donuts.
And they're throwing donuts.
Oh, not only any donuts, it's a Bill's donut.
Hey, next is a group that I'm always very proud of, the Cedarville High School Marching Band. My girls all had an opportunity to be a part of that, led by director Jason Mahan. Jason has been teaching band and choir at the high school for, over 20 years, I believe. And so grateful for the way that he's brought the program up. Let's just listen to the band a little bit.
Jeff, I went to a football game a couple weekends ago, and the band was definitely my favorite part. They always do this little dance thing.
They announce them at the games. That's the thrill in the Ville.
Yeah.
And they really are. They do such a great job.
Looks like up next we have the National Association for Music Educators. These do a great job connecting our students to the professional world of music education, helping them increase their understanding of the role of music and how to do that better, how to teach well. Oh, looks like they're playing some
They have their own little marching band.
Yeah, that's incredible. The men of Theta Rho Epsilon, Opie.
the group that I am the advisor for, and I know you all didn't see what just happened, but they all ran over and were jumping around Kimmy and I. So they brought me a donut, so now I have sugar all over my hands. But they are a social service organization. They are all about accountability and discipleship among their group, but then they also love to have opportunities to serve in the community, serve our faculty and staff. But I know there are a few elderly people in the community that they go over and do yard work for, and are really a service to them as well.
Absolutely. Looks like we have Resound Radio coming up next. I mean, Resound is always playing some good music in the Stevens Student Center. I know they also have an app that you can download to keep the music going throughout the day. I've talked with several alums who really keep tuned in through that.
And behind them are grounds. If you could be here on campus, you would see what a great job they do. I tell you, our campus right now just looks so beautiful. The flowers that they have, just the way that they keep up with everything, it really is a beautiful campus. And we're grateful to the grounds and all that they do.
Looks like we have Cedarville's IT team. Listen, I mean, we live in an online age right now. Even right now, our live stream is helped through their efforts to keep Wi-Fi going well on campus. So every day we are thankful for the IT team. They fix so many problems.
Yes, we are. Yes, they do, and we're grateful for that. Next is Printy and Lawler.
Is that Moses?
I believe Moses was here back when I was a student, and it's good to see that he came back for his reunion.
That's incredible. I was in Printy 3 out of my 4 years, and then my senior year moved off campus with a bunch of RAs. Oh, I guess they were ex-RAs at that point, but gotta love all the Printy girls.
Oh yeah, and I lived in Lawler. Back when there was really just Lawler and the Hill and Bethel, that was about it. But yeah, it's really amazing to see how the campus has grown, especially with our residence halls. So many new residence halls that we've had.
Let's see, who do we have
Yeah,
up
who
next?
do we have? Is that?
We have DPS, which is a play on words, Delta Pi Sigma. It is a women's social and service organization, seeks to cultivate sisterhood. Sounds similar to Opie, but just a different,
but for
just
women.
for the girls.
Yeah.
Good spiritual encouragement with social events. Aims to serve the broader community of Cedarville as well. So
That's a beautiful shot.
oh yeah.
Oh, next we have IO. IO is our dance organization on campus.
Wow.
They do like a dance recital every semester. It's always fun to see them.
Oh, look up, we have MISO, the Multicultural International Student Org. This really provides some community for our international students on campus, third culture kids, anyone else who enjoys culture and the great outdoors. They really promote reaching out to non-international students on campus, planning activities. They really celebrate different ethnicities and cultures that are represented on campus. You can see some of that representation in the different
it's great
flags.
to see. And you know, we have so many international students on our campus these days. It's great to see.
I think I saw somewhere that there's 48 countries represented.
Wow. Next we have some more
campus.
residence halls. Looks like, let me see, this is Johnson, Wood, McKinney, Morton, McChesney, and St. Clair. I'm a little partial to Johnson and Wood. My daughter, Kylie Taylor, is the RD of that dorm. Well, we also have Michaela Russo and Jason Deerdorf represented as the RDs.
Yeah,
And there are some gnomes, I guess, that have appeared.
And what are these frogs? I'm trying to decide. Is this Noah's Ark maybe? I see a big boat. I'm trying to count how many animals we have. I see 2 frogs, 2 cows.
I see. Yes.
Maybe there's 3 frogs. I'm not quite sure. There's only 1 horse.
I think there were only 2 on the ark.
Never mind.
Next, we have the super mileage competition. You know, our engineering competitions, they really do such an amazing job. And so super mileage, they are trying to create the most fuel efficient car possible. Each year, through lots of hard work and dedication, we improve and make new ideas to further this goal.
I'm trying to look. I'm always so impressed that somebody can fit in this tiny little car.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that one's even smaller. Wow.
And I hear that
Look at him wave.
I hear that some of those cars, like the mileage, I mean the gas mileage they have is amazing. Like thousands of miles a gallon, I think.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, look at him going up over that. Almost didn't make it.
Looks like we have the next org coming up, Phi Epsilon Beta, also known as PEB. Their mission is to promote spiritual and social growth within the campus community. Their theme is game day from what it looks like, celebrating this football season. Man, they sure have some spirit.
So they definitely have cheerleaders, but I don't see any of the football players.
Yeah, well, Cedarville doesn't do football.
Undefeated since 1953.
Oh, so I've heard.
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing. Well, it's good to know we would have a great cheering squad if
Yeah.
we did have a football team.
Lots of pink on that float. Boy, again, I just love these. I love these shots from the drone. So beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Reminds me how beautiful our campus really is. Oh, we have a little while, Kimmy.
Oh, yeah. Jeff, let's take some time. Let's
Yeah,
look
look
at some
and
of the
see who's,
comments on the Facebook
watching.
page.
Thousands
Let's
of
see.
comments, I'm sure.
Yeah, if I haven't gotten to your comment yet, I'm so sorry. We've been a little bit busy. Looks like we have Jill Pelak, a parent watching from Hudsonville, Michigan. I love Hudsonville, Michigan. I was there this summer.
I tell you, those first floats were flying, so we were doing our best to keep up with them. Now we have a little bit of time.
Yeah, looks like we have Cindy Thompson, a 95 nursing grad.
Oh, Cindy. Cindy Thompson was my wife's roommate all
Oh my
4 years at
gosh.
college. So, hi, Cindy. Glad that you're watching. Her daughter is a freshman here this year.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Let's see, we have Monica Wagner saying her son plays baseball and watching from Covington, Ohio.
Oh, great.
Okay, so here's another question. You've seen a good portion of the parade so far. What is your favorite float so far? Maybe you're a parent and you see one of your students. Maybe you're an alum that you're a part of an org. Tell us what was your favorite float that you guys have seen so far?
Hey, next up we have our women's basketball team. The basketball team is coached by head coach Addie Miller and assistant coaches Kevin Abungu and Janae Saunders. I know Addie, this is her second season. We are so grateful to have her here.
Yeah.
And our women's basketball team has always been such leaders on our campus. So we're excited for their season to get started. It won't be long, actually, before basketball season is here. It's hard to believe.
Yeah, looks like there's 15 women on the roster this year. They're excited to start at home by hosting GMAT crossover games on the 8th and 9th of November.
Yeah, just a month away. So that'll be an
That's
exciting
crazy.
time.
Looks like we have a little bit of a gap again, but that's okay.
You know, the women's basketball team recently did a missions trip to Greece. I love how our athletic teams are so committed to being involved in missions. I believe last year the men's basketball team went to Israel. I know that our volleyball team has gone to Costa Rica, I believe, recently, but they're going to be doing a lot more of those missions trips.
Looks like up next we have the men's basketball team. This year it'll be led by a first-year coach, head coach Rob Jones, and assistant coaches Dan McNeely and TJ Nagy. Cedarville ended last season with a record 23 wins, 12 losses, just an incredible season last year.
And they were the champions
Yeah.
for the NCCAA tournament. So very excited. Should be a great team this year. Our first year without head coach Pat Estep. I mean, he was here for probably 16 or 17 years, I think. But I'm really excited about Rob Jones and how he's going to take the program it's going to be a pretty exciting season. So we're looking forward to it.
I got to talk with him outside of Renova a couple weeks ago, and he just has a very evident heart for discipleship on the team and knowing each of the players and seeing them grow spiritually as well as growing as basketball players and students. So just so excited to have his influence this year and see where things go.
Yeah, I know he's very grateful to be a part of the Cedarville community, so we're excited to have him.
Okay, I should have said that this was my favorite float because my husband's somewhere on this float behind us. But behind us we'll have the Campus Experience float. Campus Experience really serves campus in a lot of ways. They offer resources for faculty, staff, and students to have events. They plan events, they set up events. I mean, they provide coffee for our campus. I mean, I'm there every day because I'm a little biased, but.
Right. So Campus Experience is what they call now what used to be campus activities. And so I know a lot of what Brian Burns does as the director of Campus Experience are things that he learned from Dick Walker, who was the director of campus activities for so many years. And so they continue to do a great job of planning events for our students on campus. It's always a lot of fun to see the things that they're doing. And if you've ever participated in any kind of event on campus, then you need to be sure and thank the Campus Experience team.
Oh, yeah. I'm seeing a lot of familiar. Oh, there's Mustard. He threw me a Snickers bar.
So I think literally there are probably hundreds of students that are a part of the Campus Experience team. It includes SGA and so many others.
Oh, yeah. Looks like we have Rickard Hall and West Hall up next. I think they're Minions, but I'm not sure what this giant ball is. Maybe I haven't seen the most recent movie to understand the reference.
I did, and I don't even remember what it was actually. So.
Next up, we have Cedarville University Emergency Medical Services. My little sister was on this back in the day, but they are a volunteer ambulance service that runs entirely by students. They respond to all medical and traumatic emergencies on campus, as well as they help out the surrounding community if needed. So,
if I remember correctly, our campus CU EMS actually started as a result of the Xenia tornado that was back in 1974, so also 40 years ago. And just the great response we had from students led to the starting of our CU EMS. And they have been so involved in helping in emergency situations in our community since then.
Looks like up next we have the Cedarville University Entrepreneurship Org, also called Q. They're full of passionate students who have honestly some amazing ideas. And they're a one-of-a-kind experience that really helps students learn how to run their own businesses, think entrepreneurially, really problem solve. I know it's led by Carrie Oberrunner, who's a new professor as of, I think last year was his first year, and
yes.
He's just done an amazing job really inspiring our students.
And after them we have our pre-vet organization. I'm not even sure that I knew there was a pre-vet organization, but Bob Paris leads that program, and it's great to see what those students are able to do. And they have a live chicken in a cage, I think.
I hope the future of that chicken doesn't end up in Chick-fil-A, but never mind.
Next we have another sports team, the men's and women's tennis team.
Oh yeah, this tennis team is coached by second-year coach Carl Monson and assistant coach Katie Monson. So they took over the tennis program after longtime coach Alan Edlin retired. Both teams are competing in the fall and the spring this season, so I'm pretty sure they're playing later today. Looks like they'll have a match versus Indiana Tech at the Johnson Murdoch Tennis Complex.
Oh, great. So it'll be right here on campus. That'll be a lot of fun.
Well, looks like we're getting close to the end of the parade.
Wrapping up, we have the residence halls. I think they already went by. Deal Johnson, which is the newest female dorm, and Murdoch Hall, the newest male dorm. Those were both dedicated yesterday. Our first group of students living in those this year.
Yeah,
and then bringing up the end of the parade, Kimmy.
Yeah, for the fourth year in a row, Singer Inflatables making an impressive appearance. I'm always surprised at how large this inflatable is. But it's always cool to see.
I keep waiting for that to show up in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It looks like it would fit in perfectly there.
Yeah. And last but certainly not least, we're wrapping up this parade with the Cedarville Police Department. We really are thankful for them and what they do for the community and also for our campus, keeping it safe.
Yeah, so grateful for them, for the leadership that they provide here in our town. It's always exciting to see them around.
Yeah.
All right, well listen everyone, we are so grateful that you joined us today. Hope that you will join us for more of the live streaming events that we have as a part of Homecoming 2024.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.